Hello, I'm going to introduce you to a very special person. We're going to chat about the power of breathwork and an amazing wellness retreat coming up in India. We are here with Shekher. Hello, Shekher.
Hello, and good morning, and happy Thursday.
Yes, so exciting.
So nice to be here.
Great.
Nice and sunny.
Oh, it's a beautiful day here on the Gold Coast.
Lovely.
Now, breathwork, I love breathwork. Can you share a little bit about why breathwork is so important?
So breathwork is basically, the first thing that you are born when you're born into the world. The first thing that you do is to take a breath, and that's how life begins. And when you die, the last thing that you are exiting is breath, or you pass away. So during your whole life, breathwork in India is basically based on pranayama. Pranayama is life energy. So that is your life energy. So there's a saying in India, a person who can control his breath can control his life.
Oh.
So breath work, like people we do about 20 to 22,000 breaths per day, but we are not conscious about it. We just take it for granted. And that's what's actually keeping us alive. And if we can actually consciously control our rate of breath, lower it down, we can actually live longer and healthier. So there have been many studies in Cambridge University now that they've understood that the species that have the lowest rate of breath per minute, like the whales, they have 2 to 4 breaths per minute, they live the healthiest and the longest. They live for 100 to 200 years. And other species like dogs, they pant a lot, they have 50 to 60 breaths per minute, and they live only 50 to 20 years. And we as human beings are the only species that can actually control our rate of breath. So we can either breathe faster or slower. But the idea behind my breathwork, which is called Soma, is that you unconsciously lower your rate of breath when you're continuously doing this over days. So that's the whole premise behind my breathwork.
Wow, I love that. I've done box breathing before. I've done DMT breathwork. I love breathwork. I do yoga, which I feel like every time I do a yoga class, I am doing breathwork in essence.
Definitely.
So the Soma, yeah.
So the highest form of yoga is not about posture, it's about, again, breath. When you go into the advanced levels of yoga, you'll always see that there's always breath work. So yes, box breathing is great. Other forms of breathing are great. My breath work is based on a very ancient pranayama Indian technique called Kumbhaka, which is all about breath retention.
Oh.
So you hold your breath on the inhale and you hold your breath on the exhale. And it's actually you're doing it to binaural beats. So there's music and there's guiding.
Oh.
So it's a totally different experience. So it's basically to calm down your nervous system, unlike other breathworks that are activating your nervous system. So this is actually calming down your parasympathetic nervous system. So when you are actually, and it's called energized meditation.
Oh, here we go. All right, internet just cut out for a minute. Okay, so what you were last saying there?
So when you are doing this breath work, it's actually deactivating your nervous system. It's calming you down, and it's energized meditation. I call it energized meditation because it's putting you in a state of meditative state. But when you come out of that state, you are full of energy. You can concentrate.
There we go, back on again. All right, so sorry about that, internet cutting out. Okay.
So this is called energized meditation. So it puts you in a state of a meditative state. But when you have finished the breath work and you come out, you are more present, you're more grounded, you have more energy throughout the day.
Okay, back again. So you will feel amazing when you do this breath work, as you're saying?
You will feel calm, not only calm, collected, grounded, but more proactive, not so reactive. And you'll be able to concentrate, you'll be able to focus on your work, you'll have clarity of purpose. So there are so many benefits.
Amazing.
The best part is it only takes 20 minutes.
Yes, brilliant. And when things happen such as you can't control, like the internet cutting out, you will remain calm when you take a deep breath. And now tell us about your retreat coming up in India.
Yeah, so I've curated this amazing retreat, which is got 3 elements. It's got wellness, it has got cultural immersion, and it has got adventure. So anybody can go as a tourist, check into a hotel and do some sightseeing. But but that's not actually getting the true flavor of India. So my retreat is where I take people there. They're staying with the local people. They're actually interacting at the grassroots level. They're learning how to fish. They're learning how to cook dishes with them. They're learning how to wear the costumes, do the tribal dances. They're actually having an experience which is absolutely I can't even describe it, because people are absolutely immersed in that culture. They're getting the true flavor of India, and it's so that's about 3 to 4 days. We're doing a houseboat, and also they're doing sightseeing as well. And then I take them to the Western Ghats. We have a retreat there. The purpose of the venue is breathtaking. It's absolutely magnificent. And then where we do jungle hikes, we do jungle safaris, we do waterfall hikes, we're doing tree planting, we're doing Sufi dancing, we're doing forest bathing.
Wow.
And there are so many activities we're going to the temples, we're going to do Ayurvedic. There's a day of Ayurveda where we're doing Ayurvedic treatments, consultation with an Ayurveda doctor. So there's a lot of activities that are planned, and it's all in a 10-day 9-nights package, and it is from the 27th of October to the 5th of November.
Wow.
This year. So if somebody wants to get in touch with me.
That sounds extraordinary. And where can people find out more about this?
So they can go on my website, amaviretreats.com. That's AMAVI retreats.com, or they can contact me on my telephone number 0466664459, or they can send me an email, Shekher@amaviretreats.com.
Amazing. And how long have you been doing these retreats?
It's about 3 years now,
Wow.
and I've done a few retreats.
Yeah, here we go, back on again. So you've done it for 3 years?
Yeah, and I've done quite a few retreats in WA, where I was based earlier. I just moved to the Gold Coast. I did a few retreats in the Sunshine Coast, and now I'm looking for a venue to do my retreats here. Generally in Australia, there are 4 days, 3 nights retreats, and it encompasses again yoga.
There we go, back on again. Okay, so you're saying 4 days, 3 nights here?
Yeah, so I'm looking for a venue on the Gold Coast, and hopefully we'll be doing one in July. End of July, so we'll keep you posted as to what we're doing. So that would be like a wellness, but that could be a 1-day retreat or it could be a 4-day retreat.
Wonderful. Thank you, Shekher. Those retreats sound absolutely extraordinary. And remember, guys, Here we go, back again. There's some sort of interference going on. So this is absolutely perfect. We're talking about breath work and the power of retreats and wellness, because life will throw curveballs, such as the internet cutting out 10 times during a live video. I've never done a live video with so many Wi-Fi interruptions. And yeah, here we go, back again. So we will wrap up shortly.